Hey guys, welcome back to the Movement Project. It's episode 40. So today we're going to talk a little bit about being barefoot and how that can help you with your mobility and stability. So being barefoot, what we have is about 100 to 200,000 of these things called neuroreceptors in the bottom of our foot, specifically exoreceptors. And what those do is they take in information from our external world and send signals to our brain. Basically, those signals help us walk, they help us perform, and they help us move. So those signals are basically keeping us from having any kind of injuries, and they're making sure that we're stable as we walk and that we're making just good decisions on different surfaces. So when I get that feedback through my foot, I can react, my reflexes kick in, and I can adjust accordingly. So when those are shut off, it's a problem. And what's happening is people are wearing shoes with a really thick heel or just a really big cushion and sole, and that's taking away that biofeedback, and so that we don't have that anymore. And that becomes a problem for injuries. So what I'm going to do is show you guys. First, I want to just say going barefoot is a really good idea. Getting the minimal shoes is another good idea. I've got the Innovates. And then the next thing that's a great idea is to go through the sequence I'm going to show you right now. So what we're going to do first is, with our shoes off, of course, we're going to do some soft tissue work with a lacrosse ball down the center, down the middle, down the outside, not much different than usual, okay? Pushing my weight into the lacrosse ball if I feel an extra tender spot for about 20 seconds or until I feel improvement, and then I'm going to continue to smash. Okay, a lot of times when we're not wearing shoes, we also get a lot of tightness here in the front of our shins and behind at the top of the calf. And what I'm going to do is take this, tuck it in to the top of the calf, but not right behind the knee. Hold it there, and I'm going to smash into a squat position. So basically full flexion of the knee, hip, and ankle. And I'm just going to breathe. I'm going to do 2-second reps and see if I can just get some new ranges of motion as I go through it. 10 reps on my right, 10 reps on my left. Okay, squat position, shift the weight forward, smash in that tissue, hurts kind of good. Okay, and then the last one is to go seesaw on the tissues that are surrounding your tibia. A lot of times we get those nice and tight because of the way that we're walking and moving. And so what I'm going to do is just press in right on the lateral side of that bone and see if I can basically unglue the tissues from there. Again, breathe on the spots that feel extra tight. When you get done with all that, I want you to just sit in a half kneeling position and then put your hips on top of your ankle. Right now I'm getting a stretch out of the top of my foot of my left, and now I'm going to shift my weight forward and try to get as much flexion out of my right as I possibly can. Shift back, push into that back ankle, shift forward, flex the front. And here's another view for you guys. After I do 10 on one side, I'll do 10 on the other. Shift my weight forward, big breath, shift my weight back, and relax. And the last thing that I'm going to have you do after 10 reps of each one of those half kneeling dynamic stretches is to go through what's called the duck walk, which is really, really good. Helps you with balance, helps you with body awareness and proprioception, but it also helps you get better at the body weight squat. And it's dynamic, so it gets your heart rate up. So basically what it is coming down into a low squat position, I'll press my heel into the ground and move. Press my heel in the ground and walk. And so I can take my knee and kind of open it up every step, here and open,
so
here.
So do the duck walk for, depending on the purpose that you're doing it. So if you're doing it as a warm-up, maybe you're going all the way down a gym court and back, or you're going a loop around a track or something like that, well, that would be intense. But, and then if you're doing it in between lifts, obviously it wouldn't be quite as long. So depending on the purpose, if you want to get your heart rate up a little bit longer, and if it's active recovery, maybe not quite as long. And then, go through all of this sequence. It's really, really good for opening those neurological pathways and getting that body awareness back from the foot to the brain. It's very, very important, and what we're finding out now is that the shoes are basically wiping that away, and that biofeedback is gone, and people tend to get more injured if they don't have that feedback. So go barefoot, go through the sequence, let me know how it goes. Good luck.